Muslim people. Most of the attacks on the person are attacks on women, on Muslim women. But we don't see the national media wringing their hands and providing wall-to-wall coverage of the attacks on Muslims taking place in the here and now. A Muslim man, a 75-year-old, was killed in Birmingham 2 months ago by a racist, but there was no coverage of it. The truth is, the appalling murder of Lee Rigby in Woolwich is being used both by the media and by the BNP and the EDL to whip up race hatred across this country. And that is leading to attacks, is leading to fire bombings of mosques, is leading to attacks on individuals that appear to be Muslims, is leading to attacks mostly on Muslim women by racists, by cowardly racists. But we have to show them that we are the many and they are the few. That's why we're gathering here today peacefully to oppose the British Nazi Party and all their works. And we're doing it up and down the country today where the EDL claims to be holding 50 or so demonstrations. So join our gathering today to oppose the British Nazi Party. And we don't use the word Nazi lightly, but these people's ideology is exactly that of the German National Socialists. When they rail against multiculturalism, it's what they would have done in the 1930s in Germany and aimed it at Jewish people. When they blame multiculturalism for the problems in Britain, it's the same way that Adolf Hitler blamed Jewish people for the problems in Germany after the war. It's exactly the same philosophy and ideology, and it's exactly the same organising tactics also. So the English Defence League is organising in the same way that the brown shirts organised in Nazi Germany, to try to win the streets, to try to destroy democracy, to try to prevent the left and trade unions and others organising on the streets. We can't let them get away with it. That's why we've got to oppose them wherever they rear their heads, the BNP and the EDL. Show that we are the many, to organise the anti-racist majority in this country, to bring confidence to the Muslim community, to stand up for their rights and to not be scapegoated. That's the job of all of us today and for many years to come, unfortunately, to oppose the BNP, to bring together the widest number of people from the left to the churches, to the mosques, bring us all together to stand firm against the British Nazi Party. We are the many, they are the few. To join our gathering today against the British Nazi Party and the EDL. The racists and the fascists are trying to organise violence, and they are organising violence, racist violence, up and down the country. It's a very difficult time to be a Muslim person in this country at the moment. I feel ashamed by the reporting of the mass media in this country that at the top of a hat whips up Islamophobia and blames Muslims and Islam for the killing of Lee Rigby, the brutal killing of Lee Rigby by two nutters in Woolwich. But nobody blamed Christianity when Breivik killed 76 people in Norway. Nobody said Christianity is to blame for the 6 million that were killed by the Nazis, for that matter, in the Holocaust. So why are they blaming Islamophobia? Well, it's a neat way to cover up for the horrendous criminal wars waged by the West all over the Middle East. It's a nice way to not deal with the problems caused by British and Western foreign policy around the world. So I've got a little suggestion. Mr. Cameron, how about dropping the murdering of people all over the Middle East in the name of democracy? That will get rid of terrorism in this country very quickly. But I'm not interested in any of that, because